Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leanna and today we're going to talk about breaking the rules. Mainly because there was a post on one of the Facebook groups that I want to talk about, but also I was in a situation this week where I was really tempted to break the rules on Poshmark. And it's a little bit eye-opening for me because normally I'm very much a stick to the rules kind of person, especially when it comes to my business. Other parts of my life, maybe not so much. But when it comes to business, I like to stick to the rules. And Poshmark has the rules that they have for a reason, right? But I was really tempted this week to break one of the rules. I didn't, mainly because I couldn't find a way to do it, mainly. But I'm really glad I couldn't. We're going to talk about that. That's number 2. I got 4 different sort of areas that I want to talk about, give you my opinion on, and please join in the conversation in the comments because you know me, I like to hear differences of opinion. I think it helps me learn, and I think it would help everybody else learn as well. So, number 1 is the use of stock photos. A lot of people use stock photos, and for the longest time I would be like, nope, I don't use stock photos, it's against the law, it's this, it's stealing, blah blah blah. I do use a few now. I do use, usually as a torrid piece that I will use because they're very easy to find. I don't usually put it as my cover photo. I think I have 1 or 2 that are my cover photo. Usually I bury it within the listing. Usually it's the last photo in the listing for some reason. Torrid doesn't seem to mind that we use them. They don't seem to have anybody coming after us saying don't use them. I haven't heard Torrid being one of the brands that does that. There's lots of brands that do, so you have to be very careful with what you use. At the end of the day, yes, it is wrong. Yes, it is breaking the rules. It's actually illegal because it's intellectual property, I believe it is, and it doesn't belong to you. And if you don't have permission to use it, that's where it comes into play. So yes, I am breaking the rules there a little bit. I don't do a lot. That's my only excuse is that, well, I only do a little bit. Is that okay? One of the things that really struck me with the use of stock photos is you have 2 distinct camps. People will absolutely use them, say, yep, I'm going to use them, it helps sell my items. And then you have those people that say, nope, never, ever, blah, blah, blah. And I used to be that person. Now I'm a little more relaxed about it. And that was because when PoshFest, this was a few years ago, when they were online, when PoshFest went and did the online one during the pandemic, I was at, I think it was either a listing seminar or it was a photographing seminar, something like that, one of those breakout sessions. And the person from Poshmark that was talking to us, somebody had asked about stock photos and he said, oh, they're fine to use, just bury them in your listing. That is coming from somebody that at least used to work at Poshmark. So that kind of went, oh, okay. And you know what? I know that they're wrong, and I know that there's a chance that I will have listings taken down if, you know, if that's what it comes to. But I now know that, okay, yes, I can dig out my plus size mannequin and I can take photos that are more than fine for those items. And really that's what I should be doing. And maybe coming up, that's what I will do, is that when I get a whole bunch of plus size items, I'll just do a photographing day of all those and just bring in the mannequin from the garage, you know. So that's one where I can fix myself there. The next one, the one that really got me this week was local pickup. Now, I live in a small city. There's about 70 to 80,000 people, so it's small. It's not a huge city. I think I have shipped to maybe 4 or 5 people here in just here in this city, more to the outskirts, where local pickup could have been actually a really, you know, a game changer. It could have been something to do. I had somebody like an item, and I think I sent an offer, they countered, something like that. She messaged me, or I think actually even on the listing, forget when, sorry. She asked whether or not, she goes, oh, we're in the same city. Do you have this listed anywhere local? And honestly, I don't. I don't use Facebook Marketplace like that. It's not something I've tried yet. So I could honestly say, no, I don't. But I was very tempted to figure out a way to let her know that I was open to the possibility of doing a local pickup, but we couldn't really talk about it on Poshmark because that's going against the terms of service. That is a no-no, because that would be taking the sale off of Poshmark, because they would still have to pay for shipping if they purchased it on Poshmark, right? So in order to not pay shipping, it would have to take the listing down and sell it just in person. And that is a no-no. 100% it is a no-no. I wish it wasn't. I really wish that Poshmark came out with a local pickup option that, you know what, you could use or not use. It depends on how comfortable you would be with that. I think it would be a nice little upgrade for people. I think some people would really enjoy doing that, and it would save buyers the shipping. So I would like to see it happen, but we all know that Poshmark doesn't really listen. They don't give us the tools that we actually need, and that's my opinion. They give us some good stuff. Won't say it's all bad, but I would really like local pickup. This would have been great. We ended up making a deal, and I did give her a shipping discount, and everything's fine. She got it and whatever. But it would have been nice to provide that option. So I was really, really tempted. And I'm actually not a rule breaker, like I say, and it was really difficult for me not to, and I don't even know how I would have done it, because the only contact I had was through Poshmark, and I'm not going to say to her, oh yeah, you know what, I'll meet you at the Tim Hortons down the road and we'll exchange there, because that's just opening myself up to a lot of trouble, and I don't want to risk my business and risk my closet. So I'm glad it worked out, but I was really tempted. Really, really, really tempted to break the rules. 100%. I have to be honest. The next one we're going to talk about, this is a pet peeve of mine. Heavier weights. If you blatantly send out a heavier weight package, knowing that that package weighs 7 pounds, and you only use the original label for 5 pounds, you are doing wrong. 100%. Especially if it's blatant. You know what? I'm sure that there has been packages that just went over like an ounce kind of thing. And, you know, that's kind of the scale's wrong or something. So that is not so bad. But when you blatantly pack up a big package, and I've heard people say this on Facebook groups saying, I just ship it. I don't care. I don't get heavier weight labels ever. I just ship it. Well, if you're doing that on Canada, be aware, because on Posh US, they have cracked down on that practice. Because so many people were doing it that it became a problem. If you cost Poshmark money, they will find out and you will be dealt with accordingly. 100%. So now, because Poshmark is a commercial account, on Canada Post, on USPS, they are a commercial account. Every single package gets weighed, and Poshmark is charged accordingly to whatever deal they have made with whatever post office association, okay? So if they are getting charged more than what they're making, they will come back to that person to get their money, because Poshmark is in business to make their money. And if you are costing them money, they will absolutely stop you dead in the tracks. Not only will that happen, it just ruins it for everybody. I know here in Canada, $12.49 to send a package that weighs, so we get 2.5 kilos, which is just over 5 pounds. But to get that sent across our country for that price is really, really good. Now, yes, I know with lighter weights, it's not the greatest and everything else, but also here in Canada, we don't pay a lot for our heavier weight labels. So we're in kilograms here. A 3 kilogram label, which is the next tier up, which is about 6.6 pounds, we only pay an extra $1. That's it. On Posh US, that same next level label is $4.50. If you want to go with the highest weight label, here in Canada we get 5 kilograms, which is just over 11 pounds. So it's even more. That only costs us $5 extra. Those numbers are very easy to put into your cost of goods and everything else. On Posh US, a 10-pound label is $22.50. Wow. So I understand why people in the States absolutely will do this, because it's about the money. But here in Canada, I don't think there's any excuse. I really don't, because we don't pay very much. The most we would pay is $5 extra. That's it, that is pretty good. And if you've got something that weighs 11 pounds, I'm hoping that it's worth the money. I always think that when I find something I don't have anything heavy right now, but if I have something that's heavy, it's like, okay, can I sell it for a good enough price that $5 on Canada will be worth it? And if I can, then I'll list it. I have things listed on Canada that I refuse to list on my Posh US closet because of the weight, because it's just not worth it. Because if I can only list something for $20, $25, and then say it sells for $25, take the 20% off, that's $20 US, then I have to pay an extra like $4.50, say. So that even brings it down, and it brings it down. So it's not necessarily worth it. But if you are sending out packages on purpose without the heavier weight label, you're screwing us all, because Poshmark Canada will come down on you, and something will happen. I know they're really dealing with it in the States, and they've cracked down. And you know what? If you do it too often, you'll lose your account. That's just the way it is. So stop doing that. It's wrong. It's just wrong. So the last one I want to talk about is... No, there we go. So the last one I want to talk about is something that I saw on Facebook. It really, it ticked me off to no end when I read it, mainly because this person was bragging about it, and I thought, okay, no, that's wrong on all levels. And it was a person that was saying that they use multiple email accounts to sign up for free trials of different apps so that they don't have to pay for the app. This is so wrong. It is so wrong. The people that make apps to help us in our business, you know what? Yeah, they're doing it for the money, 100%, but they work hard for that. They're providing us a very good service. And you know what? You're cheating them. And that's not right. 100%, it's unethical. I was so mad. I was like, okay, they're stealing. And it's like, maybe that's a little bit harsh, but it's definitely unethical. Because if you are using a service, you should be paying for that service. It's all well and good to get a free week or a free month trial and try it out and, figure it out, find out if it's the one for you or not. But to continue to use the same service weeks and weeks and weeks over with fake addresses is wrong. 100%, it's wrong. And behavior like that, I feel, undermines all of us. I really do believe that. I just believe that you shouldn't cheat people. I really don't. I think you should be upfront and honest and have some ethics and have some integrity with yourself and with your business. So doing something like that and then bragging about it, the bragging about it was just like, yeah, no. And I think that really got me. It was a week, let me tell you. So those are my 4 sort of breaking the rule scenarios. What else is there out there? What have people been doing? Let me know in the comments what you think of those 4 situations, and be nice to me about wanting to break the rules, because I'm not normally like that. Usually I am very much, okay, this is what we're going to do, but I was really tempted. It was a struggle. But okay, it worked out. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope everybody has a fantastic Sunday evening. I'll be back in a couple of days. I went thrifting yesterday, which I haven't done in a long time, in the sense of it's Saturday afternoon, and you know what? I just feel like going to Goodwill. So I did. I was really excited. So maybe I'll show you what I got then. Or I should actually do a what sold, because things are, sales are picking up a little bit. So we'll see. I don't know. Probably Tuesday. Anyway, everybody have a good day. See ya.